What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how some narcissists and toxic people want to start over from scratch. They always want to start over from the beginning of the relationship. Clean slate. Stay tuned, like and subscribe for more. So sometimes when you're dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person, they will ask you to start over. Like, let's go back to the beginning. Let's start over from scratch and whatnot. And when they say things like that, they want you to go back to the beginning. They want you to forget everything and start over from scratch. Narcissists hold grudges. They don't let anything go. So when they're asking you for another chance, they want you to forget the transgressions that they have done against you. But they don't anticipate. They will not forget what you have done to them. So you'll be guessing at the wrongdoings that you might have committed against them, but they know y'all. Sometimes you might not have done anything wrong. They just might want to give you the perception that you've done something wrong. And I know that not only narcissists will ask you to start over from scratch. Intent matters, y'all. So if the intent on starting over is to get forgiven for something, but you are not willing to forgive the other person, then that's manipulation, y'all. And not only narcissists manipulate people, other people manipulate as well. So if they're asking to start over, that means you start over. So welcome back, y'all. So first of all, y'all know that narcissistic people like to hold grudges. Like you saw in my short video, narcissists, toxic people, whatever, always want to start over. It's kind of like once they've built up enough debt, they felt, oh, that's a good one right there. Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all know sometimes you had that aha moment. I'm sorry, y'all. I broke the fourth wall. You have that aha moment. It just comes to you naturally. That right there. Do not steal this. I'm about to say it out loud. Write it down. Once the narcissistic person has built up enough emotional debt, they file for emotional bankruptcy and want to wipe the slate clean. Oh, that was fire. Oh, do not steal that. You heard it here first. Emotional bankruptcy. Do not, I'm telling y'all, they want to wipe the slate clean. That was fire though, wasn't it? They want to wipe the slate clean because it benefits them. You know, bankruptcy doesn't benefit any of the companies that you have the debt against. You mean you had $10,000 in credit card debt, that just gets wiped out. I don't think they get paid, do they? Do those credit card companies get paid? Do those student loan debt don't go away? Student loan emotional debt doesn't go away. You can't file the emotional bankruptcy on that, but that's still gonna be there. You know, but that's how it goes though, y'all. They want to have a clean slate once they have built up too much. Once the relationship kind of gets dirty, it's not clean anymore. They want to wipe the slate clean on their side of things. They want you to wipe their slate clean. They're going to hold grudges. They're going to seek vengeance on the bad things that you have done to them. They are not going to wipe your part of everything clean. They're still going to be living in the past. When you try to bring something up from the past, they're going to use that against you. But if they bring something up from the past, it's valid. It means something. It has meaning to it and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Things of that nature, things of that ilk and whatnot. Because they'll have a reason. If you ask them, like, why can you bring up the past and I can't? They're going to have a crazy ass reason. But somehow, some way, shape, or form, it's going to have some type of validity to it. And sometimes what happens, it makes just enough sense to you for you to understand it. Or they just batter you down and just scream at you and yell at you, and then they force it to be valid. They just scream and yell. They scream, yell at you, beat on their chest, whatever they do. And then they force it. They force the validity on you. You know what I mean? That happens too. They'll force the dynamic on you. They'll be jealous of you. I'm just telling you, they'll do this type of stuff to you, y'all. As much as and this is how I say to it, what you allow in these relationships is what will continue. How many clean slates do they get? How many clean slates do you get, y'all? I know on average it takes an abuse victim 7 times to leave for good. You know what I mean? Sometimes people want to wipe the slate clean because it seems like it's beneficial to you as a survivor or a victim of this toxic person, this narcissistic person. It seems like it's beneficial for you to wipe the slate clean because you want to go back to the beginning of the relationship anyway. You want to wipe the slate clean because in the beginning, when y'all had a clean slate of a relationship, that's when the behaviors and the treatment was the best. So it makes sense for you to want to wipe the slate clean. It makes sense to you to like, let's just go back to the beginning. Let's just wipe the slate clean. Let's just start over from scratch. Let's just do it like that. And you thinking like, damn, I remember the beginning of the relationship. That was fantastic. The love bombing phase was intense. The cheeks were clapping. The sound, it was just so much love going on here. You know, so it makes sense that you as a survivor or a victim or a thriver of this narcissistic toxic person, it makes sense that you want to go back to the relationship, the beginning of the relationship. You might not be thrivers. You know, thrivers don't go back to being thrivers. Thrivers are helping other people get out. You know what I mean? But that's the way the dynamic goes. So I understand when I'm talking to people, I'm telling them, I was like, hey, look, this is the mindset of a narcissistic person right there. They want you to wipe their slate clean. They want to file for emotional bankruptcy and just wipe the slate clean on the relationship. While they are not going to wipe the slate clean for you. They're not going to start over from the beginning for you. You see what I'm saying? Because the beginning of the relationship for a narcissist, they weren't being themselves. They weren't totally being honest with who they actually are. So it doesn't benefit them to go back to the beginning of the relationship because they have to be fake. It benefits them to pretend to want to go back and for you to wipe the slate clean, but they're going to hold grudges. Narcissistic people do not let things go, y'all. A real, genuine, true narcissist will absolutely hold stuff against you. They're not going to let things go easy. They're going to hold it against you. They're going to weaponize it against you, and they're going to treat you horribly. And you be thinking like, okay, I got to do this. I'm going to make this work. You're fighting for your relationship. You're after you have gone back to the beginning. But how many times, y'all, how many slates are you going to wipe clean? How much you got in you? People just like, well, how long can this go on? How much do you have in you? How much pain, how much suffering, how much of this stuff do you have left in you, y'all? I have to ask you that question because the more times you wipe their slate clean, the more it benefits them. There's no difference in chapter 7 or chapter 13 emotional bankruptcy. It's all clean. It's all clean. They want to wipe it clean. They're not going to wipe it clean for you because it'll seem like they'll wipe it clean. But once they start talking about it, once they bring it up, they're going to use that against you. They're going to say horrible stuff to you. They're going to do horrible stuff to you. You know what I mean? And then they're going to validate themselves by saying, hey, what about what you did 10 years ago? Hey, what about what you did 5 years ago? What about what you did eight months ago? You know what I'm saying? What about what you did yesterday? What you did? Like, I'm just telling you, they're always going to have some weird way of being valid about the stuff that they're saying to you or the stuff that they're doing to you. They're going to find a way for it to be valid, y'all. So you have to empower yourself because if you don't, you're going to be in for a wild ride. I promise you. It is not a healthy dynamic to be going back and forth, to starting over from scratch. It doesn't work. I've had people go back to the beginning sometimes and you're like, oh, it was good for a while. Yeah, it'll be good for a while, y'all. But the honeymoon phase of rub, how many honeymoons do you get? You mean, how many honeymoons do you get? In one marriage, I was like, wait. I didn't get a honeymoon leave. We got married at the courthouse. How many honeymoons do you get? For real, y'all. There's only one honeymoon phase. Like it'll never go back to the beginning. I know that's frustrating for a lot of people to hear, but it'll never be the same as it was in the beginning. So ask yourself, is it worth giving this the old college try? Should I try again? Should we try again? But make your decision. But Lee, how do I know if they changed or not? Y'all, Lisa Sunny said this. Take the relationship off the table and see if they're really willing to change and work on themselves. And I keep looking at my camera, y'all. It's on 0 minutes memory, so I had to log off this thing, y'all. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Don't wipe the slate clean. Keep that debt. Keep that debt. The debt benefits you. If you haven't already, check my journal out on Amazon. Lee Hammock, Self-Love Journal on Amazon. Thank y'all so much. If you already got the journal, leave me a good review on it. Leave me a 5-star review if you want to. Only if you want to. I'm super thankful for y'all. I'm super grateful for you. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Mental Healness is out. Peace.